All right, here we go. Got to catch you in the first 10 seconds of the episode, otherwise the AI doesn't know what to do with the video. Oh my goodness gracious. Wow, 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 wow. Wing, wing, wing. Honk, 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 honk. Oh my God, do we have you now? Have I done enough things to catch your attention? Because YouTube's like, hey, you got to pander to goldfish, all right? We can't have you having no, stimulation in the brain there. We need you to, come on, ho, 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 ho. Here we go. Can't grow on YouTube anymore. How many Mexicans does it take to change a light bulb? Just one. I knew a couple of Mexican guys. I knew this dude. His name was Jose, and his dad was a firefighter back in Mexico. So his brother's name was Hose B. It was wild as hell. What's going on, Sticks? How you doing, man? Good to see you guys there. Welcome to the Hat and Beard Show. We got shows, we got things, we got the NFL involved with some DOJ nonsense as they are trying to absolutely bend you over the counter and just send it down the gravy pipe to watch a little bit of football. Senator Mike Lee's getting a little bit involved. We got Congress taking action. Then we're going to be looking at NFL, Detroit Lions draft, mock draft, and analysis. Some names, rumors, and then we're going to take a little look at one particular prospect who's been a little bit kind of a topic of discussion all week long here, and a little bit of fascination, at least rumored to be fascination, amongst the brass over in Detroit. So if you guys could go ahead before we get into it, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell so you can be notified whenever we go live. Hit the like button and share it around with all your friends. We're going to go ahead and get into the show fast, quick.
If you can say the word good, guess what? It means you're still alive. It means you're still breathing. And if you're still breathing, well then hell, you still got some fight left in you. So get up, dust off, reload, recalibrate, re-engage, and go out on the attack.
Hell yeah, that's what's up, Rick. Absolutely, dude. My one of the best friend at work, G. He's half Mexican, but he's one of them dudes that's like, I'm Mexican, and it's like, but you look like Gimli. So explain that. You know what I'm saying? We like to play with people there, but we're gonna go ahead and dive into it. Speaking of Mexicans, let's go ahead and kick it over to News Nation, right? Go ahead and try to make some type of correlation there, right? It costs $1,000 to watch an NFL season on cable and streaming. Yes. It seems to me that we've been talking about this for quite some time, guys. You hear me say it all the time, and I might as well just coin the phrase, I'm about to just straight facts, don't care about your feelings with this one. Premium price means premium product. You know what I'm saying, guys? Are you getting the product that you're paying $1,000 a year for to watch on TV, to consume minimum for one game, 3 hours of your day, thrice a week, right? Come on. You're going to watch your team on Sunday, right? And of course, you're going to end up watching Monday night, right? Well, you're probably going to watch Thursday night, even though that game sucks too. And it's only available on Prime, right? Well, I'm probably going to watch the Sunday night game too, because why not? I've been spending all night. Might as well wind down to the game of football. So we're counting minimum 12 hours. More like 15, 20 hours a week just passively watching the sport itself, not to mention the 5 hours a week that you watch the Hat and Beard Show, 6 hours a week if you count the digital tailgates, any of the other content you're passively. Then you got fantasy football involved. The amount of time we're dedicating to this entertainment venue, that is the NFL, is quite a bit of time and contributions. And on top of that, then you're expected to shell out $1,000. Now, I get it. I am such an obnoxious poor. I am such a poor who the other day when I got 2 tacos at Taco Bell and it was $15, I said, well, I guess I don't go here anymore, right? I'm a poor. I get that. But $1,000 to watch a subprime product. Now, it's already been pretty bad. Gambling involved, money involved. The NFL seemingly no longer able to cloak its hand when it comes and just puts its whole palm on the scale to make sure that guys like Giggle Willie and Ben Johnson, Small PP, Benedict Arnold, Osama Ben Johnson, the trader in the Windy City, has an easy transition over to Chicago, soon to be the Indiana Bears, to make sure that Patty gets his way, right? We've seen it. We know it. We made the example earlier on in the week that now with Troy Aikman acting as a liaison, as a media analyst, and as a undetermined role within an organization is going to be allowed to be privy to information that organizations aren't typically privy to. And once the NFL comes down on the first team, says, no, you now can't do that, because we see it with the Las Vegas Raiders of Oakland and with the Miami Dolphins, the Fighting Fish down there in South Florida, right? So the minute Detroit does it, well, it looks even more Detroit versus everybody. The minute Cleveland does it, right? We know this now to be self-evident, right? That most teams are not created equal. Damn, I'm on a roll right now, guys. Hot damn. Stick with me. I'll go ahead and knock on wood if you're with me, right? So the minute now that you are having to watch this subprime product that we're shelling out $1,000 for, that certain teams are allowed to have more leeway than others, that, oh, by the way, hey, don't worry, Fail Mary 2 in theaters 2026. You're getting subprime officiating. You're getting a shit box product. And the NFL says, we are expected to make $27 billion a year by 2030. Pay up, bitch. Pay up, piggy. Pay up, piggy. Pay up. It costs $1,000. Boy, howdy. What do we got in here? News Nation. I'm going to be honest, guys. I've never read News Nation. I don't think I've read News Nation a goddamn day in my life over here. But here we are. Here we are, right? Here we are. And now we'll know the rest of the story. An official who was not authorized to discuss an ongoing investigation by name and spoke on condition of anonymity Thursday told the AP the investigation is, quote, about affordability for consumers and creating an even playing field for providers. So, who are you trying to appease then, NFL? Because you're trying to make a profit while appeasing the television providers and the consumers. Dude, you can't you can't have it all three ways, dude. You can't have your cake, you can't eat it too, and you can't finger your butt while doing it, bro. It ain't gonna happen. You gotta figure out which are the two top priorities. Do you want to have your cake? Do you want to eat it too? Do you want to eat your cake and stick your finger in your butt, or do you want to have your cake and stick your finger in your butt? You can't have all three things. Kind of like how women can't be a fat, ugly bitch. You know what I'm saying? You can be fat and ugly, or you can be ugly and a bitch, or you can be fat and a bitch, but you can't be a fat, ugly bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the way of the road, Randers. It's just the way that it is. You know what I'm saying? There are certain universal truths. Death, taxes, and you can't be a fat, ugly bitch, right? Turning on to the NFL season no longer is just about turning on the TV. The league's 32 teams and their matchups can cost fans hundreds, if not thousands, to watch. I do want to just go ahead and throw this in here. This is just to get the product, to have the rights to watch the product, okay? They're not even rolling into taxes in your area. They're not rolling into your internet access costs. They're not rolling into the count of your kilowatt hours usage, your billable hours of electricity. Most people don't realize it, dude. Do y'all realize that, like, your Wi-Fi router is a wildly high draw? Why? 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 When Starlink has the mini that's 25 watts, how come my main router is 7,500? Fuck up out of here now. Come on now. They're not counting it. This is just to have the privilege. My Lord, do I have the privilege to watch this sub-prime product? Thank you. Thank you, my Lord. Here's $1,000. I can't afford to eat. Gas is $4 a gallon. But don't worry, I'm going to crawl through broken glass and thumbtacks to make sure that you get my $1,000, Roger Butt Smell Goodell. The NFL's antitrust protection dates back to a time when most games were free on TV. Well, if it's free, you're the product, right? You didn't have to pay. You just had to buy the products that were being sold to you, you know. Don't squeeze the Charmin. Yeah, sure. I'll not squeeze the Charmin. Put my fucking TV, put the Molly Gay back on. Yeah. Honey, I seen this ad. Don't squeeze the Charmin. Get the Charmin. You know what I'm saying? Fuck up out of here now, dude. This is the core of the reported investigation. Are fans being forced to pay for multiple subscriptions just to follow the sport? Yeah. Yes. Oh my God, yes. Are you fucking stupid? Yes. Exclusively only on Prime, only on Peacock, only on Netflix. Only on means only on. The only avenue that the NFL can exploit is, guess what, motherfucker? You're going to have to start calling it exactly what it is, bitch. Pay-per-view. You're going to have to call it pay-per-view because that's what it is, motherfucker. Oh, my God. Controlling words, controlling minds. Ding, ding. Bro. God damn. Am I being ridiculous? Am I simplifying this? Am I boiling down this mountain into a wee little bitty molehill, yo? What the fuck, dude? Oh, shout out real quick. Hey, it isn't, guys, it ain't brandy coffee. It's black Pepsi. Shout out Brandy in Twitter. I ain't gonna lie. I opened up Twitter and the first thing I see was Brandy Coffee replying to something that says Black Pepsi. And I could not stop laughing this morning. I thought that was so fucking funny, dude. So I was like, from now on, I'm calling. So we got Brent Supreme and Black Pepsi. Let's go. Dafu was pretty good at getting it all for free. Then they finally cracked down. Dude, exactly, dude. Cost me about $5 a month. It's called IPTV. So the value is here. What's up, Avers, Arfs. Oh, dude, are you Arfs? Is that who that is? What's up, dude? Always and forever. Sometimes, dude, always and forever. Sometimes she comes, sometimes she goes. It's the way of the road, bud. Gonna hand me that piss jug over there with an assault pistol grip on it for me. The NFL isn't forcing whoever to pay an absurd amount of money to have a couple of games can blame the big media just as much as more than the NFL. They're the ones overpaying and then passing on. Well, yeah, dude. You know, that's why I like to order pizza where the slices aren't cut because they pass the savings on to you. Called Dan's, and for years I get all the games and the problem wife pays for. I think it's $150 Canadian. I've never had a problem. I've seen that Danzin thing, DAZN. I've seen that, I feel like, on like internet clips. Sticks and micro. Also, shout out Sticks. Are you Canadian, bro? You are, dude. One of you. I know one of you's Canadian because we got to come and liberate you from up there, dude. Hell yeah. What's up, Snake? How you doing? Over. I read it as ovaries too, Trippy. I'm not trying to be a dick, but that's what I read it as too. That's why I was like, am I reading that right, dude? Because you guys know me. I'm a fucking retard, dude. I can't read to save my ass. But how much does it cost to watch every NFL game? Well, this fall, the NFL games will air across 10 different networks, streaming services: Fox, CBS, NBC, ESPN, ABC, Amazon Prime Video, NFL Network, YouTube, and Netflix. Y'all remember when ESPN was like, oh, the big fourth network to come and air games? And now I have to literally Fox, CBS, NBC, ESPN, ABC, Amazon Prime Video, NFL Network, YouTube, and Netflix, as well as being dual broadcasting. YouTube Espanol, Netflix Espanol, Muy Caliente, and CBS Espanol. I don't know, dude. I don't speak French. Never wanted to learn. Never felt the need to learn. I'm like, hey, did y'all see down in Florida where they're making people take their driver's tests in English? Based. Guys, I got to get the fuck out of Michigan. I got to get the fuck out of here, yo. I have got to get the fuck out of here. I am getting pounded in the ass by taxes. And I don't know if you guys know this, but in case you were wondering, I live my life by this really weird line I heard a little old man say one time. Check it. Taxation is theft. And it is. I'm still wondering, guys, have we had any updates? I know it's on the other side of the world, but has there been any news? Is World War I coming to an end so I can stop paying income tax? Because I would love it if my federal income tax, could go away with the end of World War I. So as soon as World War I wants to hurry up and wrap up, so I can stop paying federal income tax, that'd be great. That'd be great, dude. Taxation and stuff. Some streaming services are available through bundled packages, giving viewers access to Hulu, Disney Plus, HBO Max, and more. Many offer yearly billing, which can slightly lower monthly costs. I have to shout out real quick, Disney Plus. I'm not shouting out Disney Plus. Guys, I feel comfortable sharing this with you. All right, close your eyes. Close your eyes. Okay. Open your mouth. I'm just kidding. All right. Oh, wait, there it is. Here we go. Can I not type? Oh my God. Get your home keys, dude. Yo, you guys have got to check out this dude on YouTube. His name's Real Life Fake Wizard. Okay? You gotta check this guy out, bro. He ends every video with, and for God's sakes, cancel your Disney Plus subscription. You gotta check this guy out, dude. This dude, Real Life Fake Wizard. Oh man, he's only got 180,000. Damn, dude. See, it's cats like this where it's like I watch their content and I'm like, holy crap, this guy criminally low, dude. Taxes are fake and gay. Hell yeah, they are. Brent Supreme. Come on, camera. There we go. When are we going to abolish property taxes? Yeah, Brent, bro. Come on, man. Where is Mr. Detroit City when you need him? Or wait, no, Jack, you here? Jack, I believe you are also a Floridian. I heard, correct me if I'm wrong, it could just be internet scuttlebutt. Isn't Florida considering looking at doing away with property taxes? I feel like I read that somewhere. Which is absolute. What's tabernacle? Yeah, that's right. Okay, gotcha. So is Tabernacle the where you're at in Canada, bro? Snow Mexican? Hell yeah, you damn snowback. I love that fucking line, snowback, dude. And I wonder why I can't get any growth on YouTube. So real quick, guys, while we continue to talk about how the NFL is absolutely bending you over and sticking it down your gravy pipe, first I'd like to showcase, look how old Mooch is. Holy shit, dude. Bro, I didn't even realize that was Steve Mariucci at first. Honest to God, when I first opened this link, I thought that was Terry Bradshaw. Holy shit, dude. Mooch is looking old. You know who else is looking old, though? Tom Izzo. Did you guys know that Tom Izzo and Steve Mariucci went to high school together in Iron Mountain? Fuck, man. If you know anything about being around East Lansing, you know how many times you've heard that. You know, Tom Izzo and Steve Mariucci went to high school together in Iron Mountain. I'm like, who fucking cares, dude? Who fucking cares, bro? God damn. You fucking dorks. The Justice Department has begun an investigation into whether the NFL has violated anti-competitive practices with its television contracts that require consumers, to pay subscription costs to watch some games. Sources confirmed to ABC News. Yeah, fuck subscriptions, dude. You know what? Bro. Why can't I just rent the game? Why can't I just pay per view per game? Holy shit, Hulu. Why can't I just pay per game, bro? I don't want to watch half of these fucking games, dude. A la carte my ass, motherfucker. Oh, look at me going French. I am such a cultured Renaissance man, a la carte, motherfucker. Why can't I a la carte my fucking games, dude? Why am I bottlenecked into watching, say I got, historically now the Lions not playing at 1 o'clock, dude. I got to suffer through the Brown Eyes and Bengals, which I don't give a flying fuck about either one of them two teams. Why do I have to pay for all this? And you know what? Now that I'm saying this out loud, I feel like I'm not the only person that's ever said this. Why do I have to pay for so much slop that I don't watch? Why? Why? Because just like the NBA floats the WNBA, the 4 channels you do watch, you have to overpay for to elevate the other slop that you don't watch because 6 people watch Lifetime. What the fuck, man? I'm so... You know what it really boils down to, fellas? You know what it really comes back to? Goddamn commies, bro. Goddamn commies ruin fucking everything. Goddamn Marxist commie bullshit faggotry, man. Oh, what the fuck, motherfuckers. This is about affordability and creating an even playing field for providers, a government official told ABC News. The Wall Street Journal reported the news, writing that the nature and scope of the Justice Department's investigations were unknown. The NFL has an antitrust exemption for the negotiations of its television contracts through Sports Broadcasting Act of 1961, which only applies to broadcast television. Courts have ruled in the past that it does not apply to other media, including cable and satellite and streaming. Okay, that's fair. That's fair because it is a new form, but sorry, Chief Justice Roberts. Sometimes you do have to evolve with the times, okay? Right. Now, if you guys want to just go ahead and stick your head in the sand and say the rules are the way that the rules are, okay, that's fine. Then I can own an F-15. Because the rules are the way they are. The rules were written the way that they were written back then. The rules are how they ever going to. We cannot amend, change, tweak, or adjust for the times, right? So that means the Second Amendment is absolute in its entirety, in its verbiage, in the words that are there. It doesn't pick and choose. That means that the assault weapons ban, is the 1996 firearms ban is illegal. Okay, that means every form of a gun law is fake and gay. If we're going to go by Chief Justice Roberts' breakdown of birthright citizenship, we're going to then extrapolate that ruling onto this 1961 ruling of the Sports Broadcast Act of 1961, right? If we're just going to continue on this thought process, well, then we have to run this out to its conclusion, applicable to all constitutional amendments then, including the second. Therefore, I can own an F-15 Tomcat. Fuck up out of here, dude. Fuck up out of here. The NFL currently has television contracts with ESPN, ABC, NBC Sports, CBS Sports, Prime Video, Netflix to air its games. Subscriptions are required to watch Monday Night Football games on ESPN that aren't simulcast on ABC, Thursday Night Football, and the Black Friday game on Prime Video, and Christmas games on Netflix. Some international games also air on NFL Network, which is owned by ESPN. Select postseason games also require subscriptions. The NFL has also awarded select games to ESPN Plus and Peacock in the past. Too many notes. Exactly. Too many notes. Too many notes, my lord. There's too many notes. Exactly. It's too many notes. Too many notes. Too many goddamn notes. You're watering down the product. You're watering down the product. Stop it. Stop it. Get some help. Give me just the baseline. Stop with every swinging dick needs to have a subscription, a streamed game. Fuck that, dude. Fuck that, man. Like, I'm not trying to sound like a communist, but like, in a certain manner, you are starting class warfare with luxury activities. Watching football? Watching football should not have a fiscal barrier to entry, bro. Are you fucking kidding me? This is fucking ridiculous. Anyway, Senator Mike Lee, in 1961, this is over on X, Congress enacted the Sports Broadcasting Act, granting limited antitrust immunity to allow professional football teams to collectively license the sponsored telecasts of their games to national broadcast networks. Hey, make sure you hit the like button. Look at me going over to Twitter like I'm Tim Pool. Courts have recognized that, quote, sponsored telecasting refers to broadcast finance through advertising and made available free to the public Shaw versus Dallas Cowboys Football Club. I'm not going to read all those numbers. The modern distribution environment differs substantially from the conditions that precipitated this exemption. Instead of a small number of free broadcast networks, the NFL now licensed games simultaneously to subscription streaming platforms, premium cable networks, and technology companies operating under different business models. To the extent collectively licensed games packages are placed behind subscription paywalls, these arrangements may no longer align with the statutory concept of sponsored telecasting or the consumer access rationale underlying the antitrust exemption. That's why, as chair of the subcommittee on antitrust, competition policy, and consumer rights, I urged the DOJ to examine the Sports Broadcasting Act and its applicability to current media landscape. I'm glad they're tackling this. I completely agree with him on this. It's a new world, ladies and gentlemen. It's a new world. And, I feel like this has kind of been a little bit of the trend of the week for me. You have to evolve with the times, right? So, got my rejection email, you guys. Did not get the solar tech job that I wanted, right? Because the company that I interviewed with felt that the technical assessment from a non-English speaker in Argentina, who is an HR professional, was able to ask and get a sound understanding of my technical skill set and deemed that it didn't match up with them. Okay, that doesn't make any fucking sense. Sure. Over here, you got to evolve with the times, right? You got to move with the times. Well, I'm apparently not evolving with the times. In the city of Lansing, right? Lansing, a bunch of blue-hairs down in Old Town are like, oh my gosh, we cannot have data centers. We cannot have a data center here in Lansing. And I'm like, when I hear people pushing back against the data centers, look, man, I think about it what you will, dude. Yes, when people are like, we can't have data centers, you sound like the person who's like, I don't think these automobiles is going to work out, son. I'm going to stick to me horse. You know what I'm saying? Brother, you got to evolve with the times. Technology has advanced. The digital mediascape has advanced to the point where old broadcasting rules are not applicable. There are far too many loopholes due to the change in verbiage on how things are distributed. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. I don't know, man. What's up, Derek? How you doing, man? What's up? Thank you, Brandy. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. I appreciate that. Shall not be infringed. All gun laws are unconstitutional. 100%, dude. 100%. It's gotcha. That tabernacle thing. Gotcha. It's a curse word in French. Hell yeah. What's up, Mom? How you doing? Food Bank today. Wishing everyone a great weekend. Hell yeah, Mom. Appreciate that. Doing the good things out there. World War will never end. They'll just find a new enemy and give it a different name. You're not wrong, dude. You're not wrong. Steve Mariucci isn't looking old. He is old. You ain't wrong, Snake. You ain't looking old. That motherfucker is old. Oh, shit. Oh, man. NFL is catching up to game. Microtransactions and subscriptions started killing that, too. You're fucking right, dude. You're fucking right, bro. Should hear the boomer farmers up here won't let the put data centers in land sitting around because of der robots. Bro, and like, here's the thing, man. Here's the thing, Trippy, that I got with people. It's like, I have heard people's arguments to data centers, right? I get it. And they sound very well versed 10 fucking years ago. But the reality is that the environmental impact, most data centers now, because they operate on closed loop cooling systems, right, are a net positive for carbon emissions. Also, Trump is trying to implement laws that like data centers have to have their own standalone power. They have to power themselves. And when you look at the consumption of energy of a data center versus the consumption of energy for the city or municipality that it's next to, it's a rounding error. So you can just bleed off of that. Also, the other thing that most people aren't realizing is that you can do very interesting things with all of the side effects of the data centers, okay? So the one that was going to go here in Lansing, the building that I currently work at, we were going to be the first building to be brought online. We were going to switch over off of steam heat to we were just going to draw heat off of the data center and pipe that through municipality buildings in the city. So we were going to heat the city buildings with heat draw off. So it was going to be mutually beneficial. We were going to pull the heat off of the data center and then repurpose it for municipalities, dude. Yeah. What's up, Kane? How you doing? Topic today is totally based. Hell yeah, thanks, dude. Guys, I don't try to be. I just naturally am this based, bro. It's not any like honest, dude. It's not that I'm based, bro. It's just that like I have a hard line moral compass of like what is morally and just right and what is morally and unjust wrong. And I don't understand why people have such a fucking hard time calling it out. More so, I don't understand why people have such a hard time hearing, hey, don't do that. It's wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at the Iran war shit, bro. Look at this. Tucker Carlson, right? Oh, you're using the F word on Easter? Oh. So he's all mad, all butthurt, that Trump was like, open the fucking straight, or I'm going to send you goat fuckers back to the Stone Age where you fucking belong. Okay. And then because Trump does things the way you don't fucking like, because you got a little fucking dick, you go, well, now he's a chicken because he didn't blow him up. Bro, you cannot win with people, dude. People are fucking retarded, man. Like, I swear to God that, like, people like me, people like Donald Trump, we could go up to somebody and be like, hey, you need to breathe as much as possible. And they would go, I'm not breathing again. I'm never breathing again because you said it was good for me. I'm going to prove you wrong. Bunch of fucking idiots, dude. Yeah, dude, it's similar to heating your house with crypto mining. Actually, yeah, bro, that's 100%. A guy that I used to work with, he put solar panels on his roof, and then he was able to capture the heat off of the panels and pump it into the attic of his house, dude. So he was heating his house off of the heat draw off the panels, dude. But yeah, dude, the secret to others is do not have a base for morality, so their morality is not based. It depends on... Damn, dude, Kane! God damn, Kane. If that ain't the fucking truth, bro. If that ain't the truth, dude. And perfect utilization of capitalization to get your point across, dude. The secret is that others do not have a base for morality, so their morality is not based. Motherfucker, Kane. Dude, that is fucking good, Kane. Kane, bro, that is really fucking good, dude. I'm not gonna lie, dude. That is up there with like the common sense. The only thing common about common sense is that it's grossly uncommon. You know what I'm saying, dude? Like that is really fucking good, dude. I'm using that moving forward, dude. They have no base for morality, so their morality is not based. Fuck! That is really good. Or their bases on a counterfeit basis like Islam. Oh, Kane. Dude, 100%. I gotta hand it to you, bro. I love following you on Twitter, dude. You are out here like just fucking... My guy, you are like a crusader, dude, for real. Didn't Cain kill Abel? Yeah, with a rock, dude. Sure as fuck did, bro. But, yo, Cain is out here legit just like, dude, like, I'm waiting to just see Cain just, like, responding with, like, how old was Aisha? You know what I'm saying? No, dude, Cain killed Abel with a rock, which is why I tell people all the time, you can outlaw weapons all you want. Cain killed Abel with a fucking rock. Over in Africa, I want to say right now, there is an actual chimp civil war going on, right? And it's like, well, there you go. They don't have force multiplying devices. Yeah, we're all animals, dude. War's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Kumbaya your ass right the fuck to Mars with your 2 + 2 = 5 math. Let me know how that works out for you, bud. But yo, you guys, for real, you got to give Cain a follow on Twitter. He's fucking based, dude. Like, for real, Crusader Cain, dude. Crusader Cain. The movie Year One was funny. Dude, I actually really liked that movie. And like it was really funny. The two things that I always remember about year one was them like was when they get on the wagon with the wheel and they're like, whoa, whoa, they're going all like extra slow. And then the other thing that I distinctly remember is the way that oh God, what's the actor's name? I think he's playing Abraham, and he's talking about circumcision. It's the way he says thy God. He says thy God, like thy God, like extra fucking hard, dude. Like thy God. And that really stuck out to me, dude. Yeah, year one was really funny, dude. Like an underrated film. It's not like the funniest movie of all time, but it's low key pretty funny, dude. I will give credit. That is an underrated Michael Cera and Jack Black film, dude. Yeah. All right, guys, so we got about 20 minutes here to finish up the show. Mock draft roundup, Arizona State offensive tackle. He's a Arizona State's offensive tackle. Yeah, he's a popular pick for the Lions. The Lions fortify offensive tackle position in the latest mock draft roundup. What do you got for me, SI? What do you got for me? Well, it's time for their 15th mock draft roundup for the 2026 NFL Draft. Over the last week, the Lions have increasingly prioritized fortifying the offensive tackle position at number 17, according to the mock drafts. Let's take a look at who the draft analysts have the Lions GM Brad Holmes selecting in the first round. I gotta say, one of you in the chat has been using this name. And forgive me if I'm mistaken, but Raw Blizz, I believe, has been talking about C.J. Allen. One of you guys has been mentioning C.J. Allen. Allen is currently being mocked by the following: PFF's Derriere Carragher, trade down to number 23 overall. As Carragher explains, the Lions trade down 6 spots and draft a player they could have reasonably selected had they stayed put. Linebacker may not be the biggest need for Detroit, but this organization places a premium on high-character players who bring energy and enthusiasm. Allen wrote green dot on Kirby Smart's defense, and coaches have rave about his leadership ability. He is graded as an outstanding run defender over the past 2 seasons, earning a PFF run defense grade above 88 in each year. It's not bad. I see where your head's at, but it's not the sexy pick, and you're going to have a mutiny if that's the route you go. Vega Ione out of Penn State is currently being projected by CBS Sports' Pete Pelissaro. Offense tackle Max Finkel is Einhorn out of Arizona State. Einhorn is presently being mocked by the following: as the Draft Network, Jamie Eisner. It appears Penei Sewell will be transitioning to left tackle, opening up an immediate need on the other side that Max Einhorn can fill. I know it's not Einhorn, but I just like to say it that. Has been a fast riser since the Panini Senior Bowl, and that height continued in Indianapolis for the 2026 NFL Combine. Einecker has tremendous growth potential as a long-term right tackle. He hasn't even been playing football that long, starting in 2021. All right. So his upside is massive and untapped. He's a high-end athlete with desired measurables for the position 2, TOO. And then we see Akeem Mesnor by Fox, Caleb Lomu by The Athletic. That's gross. And Fox Sports. Offensive tackle Monroe Freeling falls to us according to Pro Football Network, NFL.com, and CBS Sports. We take Spencer Fano according to USA Today and NFL.com, sure. And then Caden Proctor is being mocked to us by CBS Sports, USA Today, and Walter Football, whatever that is. Good old Caden Proctor. Let's talk about Caden Proctor a little bit more here, guys. How do you feel about this? How would you guys like just right off the rip? Let's not talk offensive line. Let's go ahead and spend a couple minutes just having this thought exercise. We trade down to 23. 23 is the Chargers, right? Aren't the Chargers at 23? Probably picking up a third, maybe a few fourths or something like that. How would you feel, though, if we were to take C.J. Allen in the first round? I mean, I know we've talked about Sonny Styles. We've talked about Delane. We're all kind of hot and heavy on tackle or defensive end, but what if we do amass more picks, trade back to 23, and then take a guy more or less completely off of our radar with a C.J. Allen? How are we feeling about that, guys? Gets drafted before C.J. Allen. No shit, dude. Damn. Yeah, Brent, that's what I was wondering, dude. C.J. Allen plays the same position as Jack Campbell. That's what I thought, dude. That's what I thought. Kane killing Abel on the weekend at Biden's scene that it became awesome. I think Max Einhorn gets drafted before Allen. Hey, man, you know what? He might, dude. He really might. Haven't brought up Aisha solely because of people's bias of morality can be skewed. If Islam can be disproved as a base, the rest will fall with it. I'll refer to the Step Brothers interview scene. Hell yeah. Well, dude, Kane, not only that, but like, I've seen a little bit of rumblings that with the added toilet Khomeini dying, when I guess the whole idea about the added toilet being some type of like a divine turd or something like that, the added toilet corn cobby, whatever his name is. I like instead of Ayatollah, it's added toilet. The added toilet come shit on me. When he died, it really shook the whole idea of Islam because of like something to do with their morality or their justification is that they, for them to win, Allah is with them. So by showing that the added toilet was killed, that they are not doing it the right way and Allah is not with them. So it's shaking a lot of their faith in understanding that they are in the right and starting to realize that they are potentially in the wrong, that they've been following, essentially fucking bullshit. And that the added toilet Khomeini in Iran, with him dying, just basically proved that they're a bunch of goat fuckers that live in caves. You know what I'm saying? Caden Proctor needs to play at 340 if he can. I can get on board. His power of soul. Yeah, Brent, I'm with you on that, dude. If Proctor, God, I was on Proctor, then I was really off Proctor. But it's really hard to not look at the just fucking power there, dude. The raw potential. You know what I'm saying, dude? Forced doctrine is not on their side anymore because their prophet was a liar. Exactly, dude. Hell yeah. Taking C.J. Allen is about as useful as taking a punter in the first round. Hell yeah, Jack. Hell yeah. Went off to the desert with only men and had an orgy. Yeah, dude. And that's the thing, man. They're a bunch of queers, dude. They're a bunch of queers. And they fuck goats, dude. And I don't care. Go ahead and Asmongold me. I don't give a fuck, dude. I totally agree with Asmongold. I don't care about the opinions of turd world goat fuckers. You know what I'm saying? Dude, okay, just to put it in perspective right now, we live in a civilization where simultaneously we are evolving artificial intelligence while sending humans around the moon, while conducting a military engagement, while refraining from using the biggest weapons humanity has ever seen. On the inverse to that, the other civilization lives in mud huts and fucks goats. Clearly one is better than the other. Okay? Fuck, man. Oh. Been here 10 seconds, took 5 to realize it checks. Y'all probably blame golf for everything also. When is the rally? Oh, dude, no, actually, Michigan Full Monty. I'm a Goff truther, dude. Yeah, I'm a JG16 for MVP guy, dude. I love Jared Goff. Proctor played at 366. He's supposed to be bouncing between 348 and 352 right now. If he can stay around 340, he might be able to save a career. Super boomer bust. I agree with you there. Yeah, Brent, dude, we love Goff around here. The main goal is to convince them that Jesus Christ is the way. Preach, dude. Goff is super based. Hell yeah. Yeah, Michigan Full Monty. Yeah, dude, we're are you a Goff fan, dude? We're big Goff fans, bro. So I'm sorry that you might have misinterpreted that, dude. Yeah, I think you read the tea leaves wrong, my guy. Also, not gonna lie, don't know how you got all of that. Don't know how you came to that conclusion when I'm talking about how Islam's a bunch of bullshit and fucking turd worlders bang goats and I don't care about them. Thank you, Mr. Detroit City. I appreciate it, brother. I hope you're staying well down there, dude, in Florida, bro. I know you're working and lurking, dude. How the fuck did you reach that conclusion? Yeah. Hell yeah, Rickley. I'm glad you guys are as confused as I was. I'm like, what? Bro, I'm like the most obnoxious Goff stan there is, dude. I'm the guy who calls... God, y'all remember last year? I said Jared Goff was going to throw for 5,000 yards. He was going to throw for 50 touchdowns, and Jared Goff was going to play defensive back for the Lions, have 6 interceptions, and return 3 of them for touchdowns against the Chicago Bears. That's the type of guy I am when it comes to Jared Goff, dude. I think Jared Goff has a fucking S under his chest, dude. I'm over here. I fucking defend Jared. I'm like, yo, people knock Jared Goff. I'm like, the metrics are not there. You are wrong. I'm the guy who's over here. Like, if you guys look at the metrics, Jared Goff is actually the most one of the more mobile in the pocket quarterbacks at avoiding pressure. Like, if you actually look at the metrics. It is what it is, man. People are going to come to their conclusions. It's probably because we weren't talking about who they wanted to draft, dude. You know, people are like that, bro. Goff gets nothing but love in this chat, unless Broski. Truth. Yeah. See, there you go, Jack. Appreciate it. I don't think I was saying anything negative against the Lions. I was just talking about prospects, dude. You know, the rally is today. Hell yeah, it is. Fucking right, it is. Fucking right it is, yo. All right, guys, we got about 10 minutes left. Let's try and get through this. I'm going to be honest. I've been kind of fading the Sideline Report recently. If you notice, guys, I used to read Sideline and I used to read Heavy. Nothing against the people that work for Heavy, but your content sucks now, dude. You guys are such, like, Heavy has such clickbaity fucking headlines. And their news, dude, Heavy's news is like 4 days behind, dude. Like, so I've faded Heavy. And Sideline Report, you know what I'm saying? But we did decide to poke around on this because it is talking about Caden Proctor, right? And Caden Proctor is a very interesting prospect. I don't know. It is very hard for me to give an elevator pitch of Caden Proctor. And if I can't give an elevated pitch of Caden Proctor, can I justify taking Caden Proctor, right? Because it's like, Caden Proctor, asterisk this, what if this, but if then, you know, there's a lot of if-then statements around Caden Proctor, right? So with that, I decided, fuck it. We'll read a little bit of an article here. I'm kind of coming around on it. I'm kind of, you know, honestly, Brent Supreme, I'm kind of in the same boat as you, dude, where it's like, you know, bro, if we can get him to being in playing shape or whatever, how good can he be? But on that inverse, how quickly does he slide into being big baby? You know what I'm saying? This is the base reality Detroit Lions morning chat. Get the fuck out of here if you can't handle the truth. Bro, preach, dude. Literally, guys, we say it. Mad Hatter Nation is the most based NFL and Detroit Lions content creation station out there, bro. Like, like, we are based AF. We are a bastion of sanity here in an ever-growing sea of nonsense, yo. It is, you know, it is just a, I can't believe you said that. Oh, and he's there. Fucking dildo. And the bitch of it is, I kind of like Tucker Carlson. I used to like Tucker Carlson, dude, but I don't know, man. He's just slowly become more and more Tucker Carlson. As the Lions push towards the start of the NFL draft, they are beginning to whittle down their draft board and hone in on the players they like most for the position of major need. On both sides of the ball, the Lions have to make smart choices in order to find players that are ready to play a major role from the start of the 2026 season to the finish. While it's not easy to find rookies that are completely polished and league ready, getting consistency from young players is a huge goal for a franchise. Wow. Damn, hard-hitting news right there. Oh my gosh. Hello. Detroit's favorite options may well be Alabama's Caden Proctor. The Lions need a tackle after the release of Titty Decker, and Proctor is already beginning to stand out as perhaps a top option in the draft to replace him. I mean, if you guys really want, I've got a pile of firewood out back. I could probably go right now and get you a whole cord of viable wood blocks that would block better than Titty Decker, dude. There's just one problem. As much as Proctor comes primed with athletic ability, he's also packed significant questions that could quickly derail his candidacy for many franchises. Jeremy Fowler recently took a closer look at the more polarizing players in the draft. Not surprisingly, Proctor was on the list. As analysts showed, scouts and executives love Proctor, but realize that he has significant question marks regarding his body as well as motivation. Quote, one NFL team exec was blunt when assessing Proctor. Quote, he should be a top 5 pick, the exec said. He can be good if he wants to be. That last line implies Proctor hasn't met his potential, which is tricky to entertain because he was a 3-year starter at Bama and is a surefire first round. He's too good to fall far. But some of the questions surrounding Proctor have to do with his weight, which scouts say ballooned to around 390 pounds early in the season. He played his way into shape. He's around 350 pounds now and looked great at his pro day. The weight dynamic, however, fuels concerns why Proctor's performance didn't always match his immense physical talent. If the Lions chose to select Proctor, which player will they be getting? Can they manage to tap into significant talent which the youngster possesses, or will they fall victim to the inconsistency questions which dodged him periodically at Bama? That's the tightrope that Brad Holmes will have to walk to the start of the first round. As Fowler's analysis proves, Proctor is likely to be selected very early in the draft, but it doesn't mean that the decision will represent any less of a gamble for the team that makes the leap given the intangibles at play. The Lions have a decision to make regarding what kind of player to select. The Scouts' take on Proctor represents an intriguing dynamic the Lions will have to weigh this draft season. There is obviously immense talent, but enough question marks to perhaps make decisions makers gun-shy about prioritizing a selection at pick 17 or even trading up. In the last few seasons, the Lions have been burned by project players. Here you go, Mr. Detroit City. And I don't say that sarcastically, okay? I am genuinely giving you, I'm giving you some flowers here, dude. Holmes usually ignores players who have obvious character concerns, but has been known to take gambles on fundamentals and measurables that he finds irresistible. In Proctor, he well may be infatuated with these same characteristics. Detroit also has a major need for pass rusher, and will have to decide if a player with perhaps a bit more polish on the defensive side represents more of a safe bet. Either position figures to be a need a solution within the first 2 rounds of the draft. If Proctor is the selection, Holmes will have to trust Dan Campbell and Detroit's coaching staff, as well as the veterans on the roster, to get the rookie in the right headspace coming into the league. If he fails to meet his potential, it would be a tough story given how talented he is and how much the Lions have for a strong offensive tackle. While reading this, I did have this right here. Have to trust Dan Campbell and Detroit's coaching staff right here, as well as veterans on the roster to get the rookie in the right headspace coming into the league. Proctor was a 3-year starter at Alabama. Is it too much of a jump to think that possibly we might have three, 4-ish players, or I'm sorry, 3 or 4-ish personnel inside the organization currently that might be able to speak to the character of Caden Proctor, who might be able to lend some insights to the staff, who, for all we know, might be the exact guys, the exact group of individuals strategically selected and put in place who can help elevate this one individual player, these group of players, say a Brian Branch, a Terrion Arnold, a Jameson Williams, a Jahmyr Gibbs. I don't know, these guys who maybe spent some time around Caden Proctor in the past. Who knows what kind of relationship? For all we know, fucking Brian Branch and Caden Proctor could be best friends. You know what I'm saying? There could be this avenue that Brad Holmes is going to exploit, utilizing the tools already within his toolbox that could unlock what is projected to be, and I don't like using this term, Caden Proctor has every single attribute to be a generational talent in the NFL. I genuinely think that if Caden Proctor were to get down to the proper weight, maximize his skill set, and flex that very powerful brain that he has, he could be better than Penei Sewell. Could. Pump the brakes. I said could. I'm starting to come around on Caden Proctor, guys. What do we think? Am I off base with the connection of the Alabama players to Caden Proctor? We'll give it a few more minutes here. We are 5 minutes late. We'll give you 5 minutes here into the 11 o'clock. Cucker Tarlson, Reffy. Dude, over in the Rumble chat. That's funny, dude. I haven't heard that one yet. I've heard Tucker Tarlson, but Cucker Tarlson, I like that one, dude. That's funny, dude. Hell yeah. If you can, based in the Lions, hell yeah. If Proctor hits the Lions, can run the ball at will, Goff always has 3 seconds to throw. If he doesn't, he is Evans or Alabama Giants who busted. Yep, 100%, dude. Yep, 100%. 100%, Brent. Risden went over the list of all the expert picks for the Lions last year. Nobody got it right. So they can push Proctor all the way to pick 18 and be wrong again. Yeah, dude, you know what, bro? And that's like the one thing that, like, I think that, and now I'm just spitballing here, but that's kind of where, like, I have frustrations with Brad Holmes. Whoopsie poopsie. And I think this is where a lot of some of you guys have frustrations with Brad Holmes, in that he's going to do whatever the fuck he wants to do. You know what I'm saying? And none of us seen Jahmyr Gibbs coming. None of us seen Tyleik Williams coming, dude. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, to be frank, did you guys even see us being able to trade up to get J-Mo? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, hell, I don't think anybody thought we'd take Jack Campbell. You know what I'm saying? Shit, man. Shit. And that's the way it is, because Hat and Beard said so. You know what I'm saying? All right, guys. Well, we covered some things and some stuff and some things. Got to ask, chat, did you like not having the long, drawn-out opening monologue? We'll see how that reflects on viewership, but yeah, I thought I'd try it out. I thought maybe instead of doing a long, drawn-out kind of, these are all the headlines that we'll get into, I thought we'd kind of do more of a Crowder-esque, like, this is what we're talking about, and let's get into the show. You know what I'm saying? Kind of a little bit faster, a little faster pace, you know. Trying to, I guess, trim the fat would be the proper terminology. The hell, Rumble. Fucking Rumble's all fucked up, dude. It's like I talk about Rumble and then it gets all fucked up. There we go. Oy vey. Yeah, make sure you follow me over on Rumble, guys. It's been a good week here. Well, it's been a week. No growth, but it's the off season. Work's been fucking annoying as hell, man, but it is what it is. We just got to get to the draft. 420 starts my first day of vacation. That's all I fucking care about. That's all I fucking care about. Just getting to fucking vacation, dude. I just got to get to vacation. Got to get to the vacation, then maybe I can get my fucking head right, dude, because it's just, you know what I'm saying? So, have yourself a good rest of the weekend, guys. Stay out of trouble. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. You know, if you feel like watching some UFL, there might be some UFL on, but it's not going to be a very good product. And honestly, fuck the UFL after they got rid of the Michigan Panthers. That really pissed me off. It really pissed in my Cheerios, bro. For real. Bunch of buttholes, dude. So, don't party too hard. Stay out of trouble. Don't call for bail. Lord knows I don't have it. We'll catch you guys on Monday. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell, hit the like button on your way out the door, share it around with all your friends. We'll see you on Monday. I've been Hat and Beard. You've been attentive audience. Until next time, bonga bonga. Frig off.